Good morning. My name is Daniel Vance from Faith Baptist Bible College. On May 21st, I will leave for Peru, South America to participate in the Arriba program. Thank you for inviting me to share my testimony and passion for Arriba. I was privileged to grow up with parents that taught me God's Word and took me to church. I heard the good news that Jesus died for my sin and then rose from the dead. I sang many songs, memorized verses, and attended many church events. Around age 9, I attended Lake Darling Youth Camp. The speaker shared a message about the reality of hell and punishment for the wicked. Romans 6:23 clearly reminded me that the end result of my sinfulness was eternal death in hell. As I returned to my cabin that night, I became very afraid. Had I ever understood the gospel and placed all of my trust in Jesus? I also began to remember that according to Romans 10:9 and 10, if I believed that Jesus paid for my sin when he died and rose again, I could place my faith in him. That night, I came before the Lord and asked him to make me right because of what Jesus did. At that camp, I also made the decision to do whatever God would call me to do. Recently, I've been reminded of that decision as God has made it clear that he wants me to go on the Arriba program. In May of 2010, I visited Peru on a month-long missions trip. Through this trip, I fell in love with the Hispanic people. I loved ministering alongside them, even though I didn't know their language well. After that month, I hoped that one day I could return to Peru. Now, through Baptist Mid-Missions' Arriba program, I have that opportunity. This time, I will be staying for 11 months. During the first half of my stay, I will study the culture through classes from Faith Baptist Bible College. I will practice Spanish and gain ministry skills for the second half. During the second part, I will do a 6-month internship at a Peruvian church. I will teach, do Bible studies, disciple young men, work at camps and VBS, and witness to the unsaved. I cannot wait to have an impact on the people that God has given me a heart for. God is teaching me so much as I prepare for this trip. Through the deputation process, I've been learning how to trust him for my need of $10,500. I am praising God that he has already provided 70% of that need through the generosity of many believers. Thank you for allowing me to share this exciting ministry with you. If you'd like to join me in prayer, please pick up one of these prayer cards, which will remind you to pray for Daniel Vance in Peru.